Perched high above the city of Baltimore, Maryland, from Magooby's Joke House, comes the tale of 5 brave adventurers and their intrepid audiomancer on a journey wrought with magic, mayhem, and dick jokes. For this is Laugh Finder.
Wow.
Hey guys,
Shooting off bottle rockets.
welcome to Laugh Finder, Baltimore's premier Paizo-based comedy podcast. I'm Tommy Sinbazo, and I'll be playing Arcane, the living construct, with my trusty monkey familiar Natty Bobo. I'm the mech of many faces!
Making my way downtown. Faces passing
Okay,
That's a pretty sweet callback there, Ben.
It is. Great, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you for getting that.
I don't even know why I bothered hunting for a song. Trying to work on my timing.
Was that Britney Spears or something?
It's Michelle
That's
Branch.
Michelle Branch.
That was Metallica.
Vanessa Carlton.
Metallica.
Oh, fuck,
I mean,
Vanessa Carlton.
I mean,
whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys
new
both
album.
said Michelle Branch.
He
Yeah,
said
I
it
thought it
first.
was. Sorry.
Oh, you
yeah.
just agreed?
Yeah,
You just
pretty much.
co-signed on it?
Didn't
Anyway,
it sound
guys.
like a good answer?
Yeah, no, it did. Yeah, I mean, I fucking believed it.
So this week's guest, ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to introduce one of my best friends in comedy, the man who's taken me across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Rob and Joe Show, from Die Laughing Productions, from comedy itself, from Kevin Hart's Heart of the City, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rob Maher.
Thank you. Thank you for having me,
You are
gentlemen.
like our second most famous guest.
James Fenn, number one.
Of course,
Yes.
everyone knows.
Yes.
No, we've had Brian Posehn, which I would put,
Yes, that's
Okay.
slightly clearly more. ahead of me.
and then
Big drop off.
then it's you, and then Rodney Henry.
Rodney Henry.
So you're above the pie, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I feel like this is not a good publicity for your show. I'm the second most famous.
You know what? Any of those random guys could be a mass shooter.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
I-
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Romeo
it's like
Santos
Romeo
to shoot
Santos.
up an Orioles game, and then, then
Do you
we'll
have
get
a
that
pick?
bump.
Who's the most likely guest to shoot up a building, a school, a family?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, I do.
But
as
I
well.
don't wanna say
I don't
it.
want to say it either.
You don't want to end up on the target list.
I don't want to say
It's a
but
very
hey,
long list.
If you need your miniatures painted,
Yeah.
go to Black Spire Studio. Black Spire Studios with the new gunmetal paint.
Get it in you.
Go to Black Incel Studios.
Rob Maher, I have
I
to
think those are a
say,
thing.
your name is like a household name, or I've never met you, but around the table here on Laugh Finder.
Yes, all the houses are saying my name.
These guys, I mean, all their stories involve you and their adventures. You're like their Yoda or something, or their Obi-Wan Kenobi.
thank you.
Your comedy dad.
Yes. I do feel like
multiple
that,
people said don't train Eric Woodworth, but Rob Maher took the fucking thing on his back.
Oh, those poor
We've-
younglings.
we've had many of adventures, and literally, all over the world.
Yeah, all over the
So
world.
you're the mastermind that brought these guys around to like international military bases and all that stuff?
Yeah, well, Joe and I, got the murder mystery going, so that was a group effort to get them involved. And then I've been doing shows for the military stand-up for about 10 years now. So
Yeah, how many countries have you performed in doing stand-up?
16, 17, something like that. Yeah.
Those are Posehn numbers.
Yes. Suck it, Posehn. I have your numbers.
You were in South Korea last New Year's, right?
I was New
New
Year's
Year's.
Eve, South Korea. 18 degrees, not a good time.
Oh, is it just the same as here, their New Year's? Or do they celebrate it a different day and it just wasn't even a big deal over
They
there?
buy cheap American fireworks.
Yeah.
There's always a Filipino cover band in every base. I don't know. They're the most amazing
Another
singers.
Ernesto.
Oh no, I'm telling you, they're incredible everywhere. I feel like that's the same group, but it isn't. I'm just racist. But like, they're always amazing.
Are you a veteran, Rob? I mean, like, how'd you get into the whole military base tour thing?
I am the opposite of a veteran. I'm a pussy.
Draft
I don't have
dodger.
any ability to do push-ups, get up early, or fight for a cause. No, I just saw an opportunity to make money, and then that made me a patriot. So yeah, I'm a hero.
That's
fine.
the American way.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
These guys came back from their tour of the military bases acting like they were, in the armed forces.
Hey, some guys over there said that we were in the shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you do feel like you're just a little bit a part of their experience.
Yeah.
So you do get some pride for that.
Yeah.
It's a good. It
felt good.
It's fun.
And that check felt good. Too.
Yeah, it can be tiring, but it's a great experience. How else are you going to go to? You're going to go to Jordan on your own?
Yeah. There was. I remember on the ride back from Dulles to Rob's house where we had our cars. I commented. I was like, oh man, I'm so fucking tired. And Rob was like, yeah, you've been up for 27 hours. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't slept.
Jet setting life.
And then when you come home, because when you're there, it's so regimented. You're like, all right, we're going to pick you up here. There's breakfast at 8 a.m., lunch at noon, this at this, and then you get home and you're like, oh, I have to just figure this shit out on my own.
Who's going to
now.
feed me?
Right.
Yeah.
You get used to that pretty quickly, don't you?
That's
Honey,
what it
where's
feels like
the
when
whole
you-
mess hall of food that I need prepared every morning?
When you get out of prison, it feels like that.
Honey,
I
where,
would imagine,
where are
yeah.
my grilled tomato slices for breakfast?
I heard the food is great on the bases.
It's not bad.
Yeah, not horrible.
Yeah.
I even grabbed an MRE just to try some shitty food while I was
Yeah.
over there.
I remember one time because it was in Abu Dhabi, and they have like an omelet station, and then you get this bowl and you put all your stuff in the omelet, and you give it to the guy, and he does it, right? So, but it's kind of confusing which one is yours. So I took the wrong one by accident. Now, mine had all the good stuff in it, ham and cheese and all these delicious things. And the one I got by accident was like spinach and like all this healthy stuff. And then I just imagined the guy that wanted the healthy was probably trying to like make weight or run some marathon, and he had avoided bacon and all the delicious things. And then he took mine by accident and then ate that and then realized he missed it and then probably slacked off and gained weight, and then a soldier died because I ate his own.
I like in your story how this soldier has no self-control to be like taste one bite and like,
Nobody. No. If you order a burger and say get the vegetables instead of the fries, when they bring you fries, you just eat the fries.
yeah, you're like, well,
Right?
oh, well.
Because this wasn't your fault. You didn't order them, but then you just accept them.
No, you're just like,
That soldier could have hunted you down, though, and demanded, trial by combat or something.
Yeah, I think he would have won.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause he was a
Is there another
Klingon.
alternative?
we were on a Klingon base. He called Rob a patak.
Classic joke I don't get.
I'm sorry, I've been binge watching Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, a patak is like a suka.
Okay, good.
Thank you, duh. All right. We're all caught up.
Rob, I'm getting the sense that you're not as immersed in the nerd culture as the rest of the people. at
You're a
this table.
smart guy.
Yeah.
You don't
You-
just have a sexy voice.
This whole tabletop gaming thing new to you as well?
Very new. I've played Monopoly. Is this similar to that?
Identical.
Yup.
Risk. That's
Same
as
thing.
far down as I've gotten.
This is Parcheesi.
I'll put you down. If you make any type of sports reference here, people will be puzzled.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
it
If you
every
make-
show. Nobody laughs at it, but now that you're here, I'll
All
have
right,
one
get the
person.
jokes. That's
If you
in
make a
fairness, I
sport,
do get the jokes, Eric.
if you make a sports reference, we look at you like you looked at me when I called you a patak.
I got you. Well, that was out of left field. Nobody got that. I don't want to throw a curveball.
Get those crickets ready, man. Every time he says a sports reference, hit them crickets.
I'm going to be striking out a lot today.
Now, there was talk of maybe in November us going to South Korea. Have you heard anything more about that?
No, and I keep emailing him. It's very frustrating. Thanks for bringing that up.
Okay, cool.
But I have a two connects, and then I have another with AFE that talked about doing it in the fiscal year 2020, which I think starts. I don't understand that, but it actually starts in October.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
that might maybe line something up.
Can I ask you something, Rob, about the provenance, the origin of Die Laughing Productions and this whole murder mystery tour? We hear anecdotes about various events and stuff, but no one's really gone into the whole history of what is the whole murder mystery thing? How did it get started? It sounds like you're the mastermind of this thing.
It's actually Joe Robinson and his girlfriend at the time, Katie, wanted, or she
Rest
wanted to
in
go.
peace.
Yes, sorry.
R.I.P.
She wanted to go to a murder mystery, so they go on Groupon and they find this one in Baltimore, and it's sold out for like a month. And they finally get tickets, and they go. And, you get like a freaking Pepsi, and it's in this Greek restaurant, and a chicken kebab and rice. And then you see this show, and it sucks. And he leaves there thinking, well, this wasn't funny, but clearly there's a demand because it's sold out every week. So why don't we just do this ourselves? So he talked to me, called Josh and Schlegel, 98 Rock. And we were like, we said yes, thinking this would never happen, because all of our ideas end up never happening. So why would this be any different? And then, having never seen a murder mystery and still have not to this day other than our own, I said, all right, well, let's give it a shot. We have these connections with, Baltimore Comedy Factory here at Magooby's Joke House. We have all these comics that we know. So we just started writing this first one about a comedy roast that went bad, and and then the person died, and then
It was based on Wendy's roast.
It was.
Yeah.
it was called The Last Laugh, and we actually did it, and it was packed. And the first night, there was just this energy, and we definitely, after that show, feel like that we may have, stumbled onto something.
And you've created a whole, like you don't just bring out the same show every time. There's all these different. Every time we get together, it's like, oh, there's an '80s one or a '90s one or a.
We have 10 shows now.
Are you counting
Oh, wow.
Superhero Homicide?
Yeah, I am. Well, actually, I think we're 11 because we have a New Year's Eve one that
Okay.
I just wrote. But we have The Last Laugh. We have the Merry Murder Mystery, Halloween Whodunit, 80s theme, 90s theme, Newly Dead Games, Sing for Your Life, Superhero Homicide, Love, Marriage, and Murder, Smooth Criminal, Michael Jackson one, Rest in Peace. And then the final countdown.
Does Dave Chappelle come at the end and he's like, no one killed anybody?
Yes. But it's all the same show. Eric gets naked, Tommy sings, Justin makes fun of the crowd.
You've got a formula,
yeah,
and you just
exactly.
apply different themes and characters. And
Yeah.
Well, we've gotten good at figuring out what we're good at and how to, manipulate the situation so that the crowd will either do really well or do poorly. So either way, it's funny.
how much of it is improv?
Well, I guess there's 30% ends up just going off the rails and being improv stuff.
We've never been told don't go with your instincts. Like there's definitely been times like Moscow.
Yeah,
Well, that's not
that's
not a good
our
example.
shining examples of great comedy that I do.
No, I mean there's been knockouts and there's been misses.
Yeah.
But if
Do you have a director though that like gives you notes afterward? Is like Rob there
Yeah,
with
Rob's
a
sort of
clipboard afterwards? Like, don't do that again. Or
Well, we all sort of,
Rob is the only
Rob
one
has
that
been like-
polices us, probably.
maybe like he has told Eric like, hey, look, this is a very uptight crowd. Don't get completely down to your underwear.
Yeah, don't
like the first time
don't
we
do
did
full nude.
The first time we did Ram's Head, and
Yeah.
Eric was supposed to do his flash dance number in the '80s one, and he got a unitard, right? But the unitard had this weird fucking dick trunk.
There's a place to put your dick on this thing,
Yeah.
and it's like I guess every dancer just has a hog because this thing is it's a monkey's tail.
well, not every dancer.
so Eric just kind of like
really
tucked
paint a
it,
portrait here.
tucked it in itself. Like if Brian's
Eric's
going for
just
speed,
looks small because the rest of him is so big.
Yeah, that's it, Aaron.
yeah, Eric got hit with a jumbo ray, but he covered his dick. No, but so Eric goes to strip to do the
jiu-jitsu.
dance, and when he pulls his pants off, it pulled out that fucking trunk. And Eric did his whole dance with like 8 inches of sock flopping around.
And then when asked, I said that was all me, nice and flat, the way Jesus made it.
Our show is purposely not a traditional dinner theater murder mystery. So I think sometimes people may think that when they get there, but we usually convert them because we're stand-up comics, we're not actors. So we want to play on our strengths of being in front of audiences and doing crowd work sort of moments and anything organic. Like one show, we have audience roles, and literally she's reading from a notebook, and there was a sentence, and then it had ... And she literally read, and then I went to the store and got the umbrella ... So then everybody just sort of on their own, like, did their lines. Well, yeah, we'll take that! Exclamation point. Well, what color was she wearing? Question mark. So then we just added that. So those things will happen, and then they'll turn into these really funny moments.
We had, when we just did Virginia Beach, I know the big story there was Eric setting off that alarm, but there was a moment, which you guys talked about on the Rob and Joe show, where every audience roll, so they don't know who the killer's going to be. It says at the bottom, if you are named as the killer, scream and run out of the room when your name is called.
This
right?
lady. God.
So they got up to that part where they get down the last 3 suspects. And when Justin named this woman as one of the suspects and was about to go into a speech of why she didn't do it, as soon as he said her name, she was like, ah! And fucking ran out.
Ran out of there. And we're like, no, come back.
Come back.
And she committed. She kept running.
Didn't Katie have to go get her?
Yes, literally.
Yeah, because she just ran off.
She was so overwhelmed with guilt, is what her character felt. You know, just being accused.
I wish she was the killer. But yeah, because he didn't have a build-up. He just said, and so it could be Steve. How about it's Jessica? Maybe it's Rachel. And she just runs out of the room.
You got out of there early that night.
Yeah, well, she came back, and that's the thing about the show. If something goes horribly wrong, it can almost make it funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we're all comics, so none of us are going to let the other one fall on our face if it's not for a good laugh.
And you guys have got this down to a real science. You do it like once a month, it seems like.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, October's a huge month for us because it's Halloween theme, and that's the most obvious murder mystery theme. So I think we have like 7
really
shows.
hard.
December
Big
is huge.
paycheck in December.
Yeah,
It's really hard to do the Halloween one outside of October. We've tried it, but we found it's a more seasonal act for that one.
But I think we're figuring it out.
Yeah. But it's important to also note, like, I think you said it's like 30% of it is improv. I'd say it's more. I mean, we do a 90-minute show out of 6 pages of dialogue that's actually physically written
It's
for
not
the
a
show.
lot of dialogue. Yeah. And there's obviously a few key plot points, and there is a mystery, and we try to make it somewhat make sense. But sometimes it gets so off the rails that the reason they don't know who is the killer is not because we outsmarted them. It's because they couldn't pay attention because it was just so crazy.
It's all pretty formulaic.
I always tell the people, because they ask me, we have to do a part where we have to walk around and we do table work where they ask us questions. And I actually have a lot of fun doing that. But sometimes people ask me these questions that I'm like, I couldn't even imagine how you got to thinking this was something that was important.
Yes.
And I literally just said it, and I'm like, can I just tell you something? It's not fucking it. We're idiots.
Yes.
Do you not
Yeah.
see? We're
Wrote
not.
this.
This isn't Inception, lady. Like,
Yeah, sometimes they're like, I think that he killed himself.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You get that a lot.
That's a fun thing. Turns out the guy killed himself. Thanks for coming out. Suicide.
Let's just have one where it is. That's what happened.
No,
I just killed himself.
Shit. No,
And the
it'd be a
worst-
Robin Williams
Right.
murder mystery.
The worst part is sometimes I'll just tell them, I'm like, the murderer is that person. They'll be like, man, you lying. And then I just walk away and they write down something else. So.
Yeah, there's been times when I've went to go like, do you guys want a clue? And if they're not getting it, and I really like the people at the table, like, look, it's this name here, and they'll be like, the guy with the mullet said it wasn't him.
We should do the suicide one though. It's like, all the suspects are why he did it.
Yeah.
Was it because his job is unfulfilling? Was it because his dad never loved him? Was it because his wife's cheating on him? Was it because of Trump? Was it because of this and that? Did he hate the fucking end game? Whatever.
It's because everybody found out about his kid rape island.
Right.
Can we call the guy the victim's name will be Shave Dofer?
Yes.
And the name of the murder mystery, Last Post. All right, guys, and speaking of killing themselves, this guy's days from doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, actor, comedian, and professional nudist, Mr. Eric Woodward.
Oh, yeah, baby, I'm back once again, because you don't know.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
Yeah, my name is Big Flea. I'll be reprising my role as Big Flea. I'm a dubious scoundrel of the highest motherfucking order. Hey, guys, welcome back.
Hey, if you don't got anything, I got something I kind of want to show you guys.
What do you want to show me?
I want to show
What do
you. So
got?
Merle Rogers, super listener, which she's part of like our family of podcasts.
Came to the
Ooh,
Wendy
yes.
Rose.
Yeah, she came to the Wendy Rose. She's a big Robin Joe listener.
Does she
She's a
come to
big-
the Die Laughing show?
Yes.
Yes,
She
she
has.
does. She's come to Die Laughing. She's a big.
She's a quality person.
I got to meet her
timer.
once.
Yeah.
I agree.
And she is also a fan of Laugh Finder. And Merle actually sent us something. Sent us a little gift.
Oh, a gift.
I guess I'll just fucking show you guys. She sent us D20s.
Those are fucking
that she had
substantial.
custom made. They're very large, but they have the Laugh Finder logo for the 20.
Well, that's
Hell yeah. Way to
I'll
go,
put a
Merle.
picture of it over there.
nice.
So here, I'll give one to each of you guys.
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, she got multiple.
Oh, I got a whole bag of them.
Wow.
It's not like I can put any of these into the giveaway bag.
Wow.
Merle is a really good sport, but I'm not sure if her husband cares for me.
Well, you should probably stop trying to fuck her.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with the Mike O'Mara show, which is how she found Rob and Joe and how found all of us.
Here you go, Rob.
Thank you.
I think Merle would want you to have one.
But I do a character on this show, like a.
Actually, no, give that back. You can have that at the end of the second.
Thank you. A degenerate gambler, this guy out of Vegas called Nicky Diamond, and I have a pick of the week, which I call the Merle because it's a sure thing. So I'm constantly alluding to having sex with her, and I've met her husband a number of times, and I don't think that I'm his biggest.
Thank you very much,
fan.
Merle. I know that Rob calls you a whore.
We know just a sure thing.
Merle, this is a beautiful gift. We're touched
Yeah.
here at Laugh Finder.
Thanks,
And
Merle.
you have earned #1 Laugh Finder fan, Moonberry. You are our Moonberry.
Yeah, number one
Supreme.
Moonberry.
No, number one.
Moonberry of the week.
Thank you
Yeah.
She's
so
the best.
much, Merle. I'm going to use this entire campaign.
Ooh, I just rolled a 19 with mine.
Oh.
I just rolled an 18 with mine.
Oh
so-
God, no, Merle.
I
it was
rolled a
shitty your
1.
dice. Oh, nice. Which
Yeah.
I want to tell one quick story.
Yeah, go for it,
I
man.
gotta
I
pop-
concede my time.
Okay.
Aw.
I was at work the other day. I work with a bunch of 20-somethings. One of the 20-somethings went out into the field to survey, like to gather information on these conduit pipes and everything.
Okay.
He comes back into the office, immediately packs his stuff up and leaves. The guy who he went out in the field with was like, hey, what's his name? His name is Corey. There we go. Corey with a K.
Wait a minute. Check again. Are you sure?
Yes. His name was Corey, and he was like, yeah, Corey killed 2 rats today.
Ooh.
Apparently, they went into Baltimore. They opened up a manhole, and there were 2 rats in there. The first one he just sprayed with a can of Raid,
Slow death.
which didn't kill it, but they said that it was like, because it's Raid, and it just ran into a conduit pipe.
Oh, shit.
The other rat, when you open these manholes, you have it's a handle with a hook on it, so you can hook it. He just bashed this thing.
That's
He
tight.
just kept bashing this rat. Well, apparently he bashed it, but it only broke its spine, so it was still like alive. Yeah. And to which I made the joke in the office, like, man, it was like 9/11 to those rats, which got like a good 9/11 pop on that. So never forget, everybody.
Well, those younger people, they aren't as
they
invested in the
weren't
actual
there.
memory of it.
Yeah.
So they're like,
They weren't there. Let's
There's
not talk
some,
about 9/11.
There's some hellholes. I work for the Comcast cable company, or contractor for them, and we have to go into places to DC where there's this one place where it's manholes that you have to lift up, and Comcast refuses to even go near this one manhole because it's just a rat den.
Ugh.
So anytime they have to work down there, we have to send our guys with a bucket of rat poison, and every time they open it up and they just pile out in all directions as fucking this guy just comes over with a big old barrel of poison and pours it down there, comes back the next day, and then it's just him with a shovel just beating the last like 10 of them to death every time he has to go down there. It's pretty fun, you know.
Glamorous job there.
Yeah.
I saw a video where a guy this white guy in t-shirt and shorts and a t-shirt. He's on the street, and there's this rat in the road, and he holds out like a piece of food, and the rat comes over and takes the piece of food right out of this guy's hand, and he bends over and like kind of makes like a come here gesture, and it just jumps up into his hand. Yeah.
Oh, he's the rat master.
He's the rat king.
Rat King Cole.
Well,
That's my
I was
name.
Rat Man in our.
Yeah, and the superhero murder mystery.
Yeah, you made me a costume.
I
and
do, which I
everything.
hope we never have to do that again, because all that stuff, I've taken it all apart.
Trust me, we will never have to do it again.
Oh, good.
you're the costumer for these events?
Well, that's back when I was learning guitar, and I was about a year into learning guitar, and then
He's
I
like,
had to stop.
he was playing a song. He's like, I can make superhero costumes.
Yeah, that was a weird setup. You make costumes? Yeah, I was learning guitar.
Yeah.
All right.
No, because then I had to stop.
I think you're playing it wrong.
I had to stop and learn how to make costumes.
So that ruined your
I
guitar
never
career.
really got back into it the way I was.
What could have been?
Oh man, I could have been the new Eric Woodward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, guys, these dice are available at dnddice.com. That's dnddice.com. Speaking of 9/11,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
this next
Never
man
forget.
is a national hero.
What?
You see that?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mordecai to my Rigby,
Oh.
actor, comedian, writer, Mr. Brian Preston.
He's international hero.
Just stop the planes.
Yeah, tell TSA on every flight I took from like 2002 to 2008.
Well,
not
you
an actually,
look-
or just very brown.
You look like a terrorist.
I do.
Like you play a terrorist, like in a like a '90s Nickelodeon teen sketch
Yes,
comedy
no,
show.
The scariest kind.
Yeah, no, I'm just there. I'm gonna blow up Degrassi or Alex Mack and her family, and that's just what you think about when you think about this face.
Now, Eric, Brian.
Don't you ever call me that?
I mean,
Look at this
I'm
T-shirt.
still- I'm
Look at
still
this
cool,
T-shirt.
though,
You're cool. No,
guys.
Eric.
Did you get this from HardyHoarder.com?
I did. Well, I jokingly on
Was
the
it
show.
Hardy Hoarder?
It was Hardy Hoarder.
Hardy_Hoarder.
No, which is also just the worst show on TLC. And what happened was on the show, I said to Gary, I was like, well, you know what? If you find a Bugs Bunny or a Stewie Griffin dressed as Tony Montana, you fucking call me and I will buy the shirt. And I said it on the podcast, so it's legally binding, so I had to buy this shirt.
He hooked you up?
He did. No, this is it's an America Gangster shirt.
Check
so
the tag. Does it say 5-plated?
Let's not insult the person that made this shirt.
That's actually a really nice
this is,
shirt.
Yeah, this is.
It looks airbrushed. I
It
like
does.
it.
No, this is. I am going to get. Here's the.
Are you
after
going to
the
be buried in this shirt?
I might be. I think I would just to fuck with people. Honestly,
best
like
shirt.
after I'm going to the 24-hour Walmart. And I'm gonna go find me some Teen Mother Poon.
Hell yeah.
Is this your first day wearing it?
No, I got this shirt fucking yesterday.
He
And
hasn't stopped wearing
No,
it.
Have you
I-
been
taking it off yet?
Yeah.
Compliments, comments, people
No,
saying
I
things?
literally just wore this when I walked in here because, just for this. And also, it's really not so much a shirt as it is a lifestyle.
It looks good. It
look
looks
good
good
in
on
it.
you, too.
Yeah.
No, it's.
I like
it's,
the font. The font is like the same thing as like the best thing you could roll on the wheel of on The
yeah.
Price is Right.
No, you're
Like,
right.
that's
Yeah.
the $1.
And the
Yeah.
pistol smoke is the silhouette of a sexy girl.
Yeah.
No, which is no, it's
That
good.
shirt
It's,
fucks, dude.
yeah, this
That's
shirt
a pretty good
definitely
shirt.
fucks. No,
That's a good call.
Yeah, no, I cannot wait to see the.
So if you
kind
want
of-
any weird fucking 90s shirts,
Yeah,
go
no.
to check out, what is it?
Hardy
Hardy_Hoarder.
He's on
Hardy.com.
Instagram, I
something.
think.
If
I
you
don't know.
hook up with a girl, I think you should keep the shirt on. It's that cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, definitely.
Now-
Well, this shirt stays on.
Tell
Yeah.
everybody how much the shirt was.
$30.
Worth every penny.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
no, it's really
Not
not. I mean,
bad.
this also it is in a very good quality. I don't know if this has ever been worn by someone unless like they just
You didn't smell the pits before
didn't
you
check
put
it.
it on?
No,
No,
Aaron,
that's never been worn.
No, this has never
before.
been worn.
And what
unless,
size is it?
This is a large.
Nice.
Nice.
So it's got a
Form-fitting.
good cut. Yeah, it's a form-fitting large. It's got a cut. I might be sucking it in. You'll never know.
It's all right. It's just camera.
I know. It's
So I
just a
sit
camera.
like this the entire game.
I know. We all do that.
Shins
and-
up, boys.
Yeah. No, it's great. I think just a very sassy 17-year-old meth dealer was buried in it, and then they took it right off his body, and now it's on me.
Those would look good with some Jinkos.
It would look good with some Jinkos.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, no, pretty much. You can find me in the parking lot of a finer Checkers near you.
I feel that shirt is going to make its way into your will.
It probably will.
Who are you going to give it to?
That is the fucking question.
You have any bastard kids?
Well, I will now. Yeah. I mean, with this,
Well,
I
that
mean,
pussy's going to be good.
I mean,
That
seriously.
Laugh
dude.
Finder baby bump.
Yeah, no, that's. I just.
I
tell
leave
them,
this to you, Ramsey Preston,
Yeah.
my only bastard
No,
son.
I tell them that I can't get them pregnant because I haven't been circumcised. Just, you don't know any better.
And they're like,
Math checks out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. And also, I'll be playing Holy John.
All right, cool.
ladies and gentlemen, speaking of great shirts,
Yeah, tell us all about that one.
Is that
Hanes?
Which Hanes factory did you get that from?
this man's wearing a shitty shirt to cover up his garbage tattoos. W.Y. per rock god, Mr. Aaron Aiken.
Hey, it's an upside down world today, Mr. Preston.
It is. It is.
I had to get
How does it feel?
somebody.
Oh, I got that
This
reference.
one day.
Oh, what?
There you
The-
go.
The
Upside
Stranger Things reference.
My
I
son
got it.
Charlie is calling me.
Okay.
Is it about
Does
does he want the shirt?
Yeah.
Dad, did you put on my shirt again
Yeah. Hello? Mommy's drinking again.
to hide your lunchbox
I'm at
tattoos?
a recording. I'm at a recording right now. I'm doing work. I know. What about J-Ma? Is she there? Oh.
I feel like
All right, well,
I
Mom
feel
will
like
be
this
home
should be a
soon.
patron
Yeah,
episode.
Hold on. Ben, are you
All right.
forwarding this?
I got to go, but Mom will be
Child
home
Protective
before I will,
Services?
okay? Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay. Oh, what a drag.
My children are home with no parents right now is the situation.
Oh, man.
Father of the year.
Department of Family Services, if you're listening.
Well, how old are you? They're old enough, right?
They're old enough, 13 and 12.
They're 3 and 2.
On the next episode of Out of Hankins' House.
Boy,
Listeners,
how can this podcast ruin Aaron's life?
I want to speak to you directly today, listeners, about something very important in tabletop role-playing gaming. Something I've learned perhaps the hard way. It's about the importance of maintaining a good relationship with your GM. Mm-hmm. The GM is an extremely powerful person at the table. Literally, your character's life is in their hands. I've learned this the hard way over the past several episodes. My character, Wilhelm Mordecus, has officially died twice. I flatlined on this game. And that's the way your life hangs in the Game Master's balance.
To be fair, you've been unconscious.
Yeah.
Well, so I've been, yes, well, I did see through to the other side, to my Lord and Savior Azathoth, the tentacled devil god in the distant cold corner of the universe.
I mean, if you were dead, we wouldn't have thrown all those dicks on you, if we're being honest.
Are you worse at this game or at being a parent?
Probably a tie.
Your parenting's on par with your sobriety.
But listeners, don't let my table mates sidetrack me. I'm here to teach you an important lesson. Now, while I can't condone bribery, bribery is not okay. It's a bad thing. It doesn't have any place. It doesn't belong at a game, at a Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder table. But I just want to coincidentally present my game master with something I think he might appreciate, which is a free ticket to the Maryland Renaissance Festival.
Gold.
Just happened to fall off the back of a truck, Dorian, and I thought you might enjoy it. Just think about that the next time one of your, acid-spewing, multi-tentacled, evil, non-player characters heads toward Wilhelm Mordecus. That's all I'm saying.
Dorian, are you going to tell me you have a season pass, or should I?
You have a season pass?
He has a lifetime pass.
Give me that back.
I don't. I just have a 9-day pass.
Okay.
Loser.
I like Dorian goes up to the gates and they're like, let the black one in.
He pays exorbitant amounts for face painting.
And speaking of paying exorbitant amounts for face painting, that beard's not even real on the man sitting behind the left fighter, the quality time soundboard. Ladies and gentlemen, the best audiomancer in the biz, Mr. Ben Hancock. And sitting behind the Laugh-Finder trifold, he's the best damn DM in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, actor, comedian, writer, Mr. Dorian Gray.
Hello, my name is Dorian Gray. I am your GM this evening, so why don't we get started?
Previously on Laugh-Finder.
No, I like the other music.
You'll remember, listeners, we reached the adamantine mines. We needed to find 10 pounds of adamantine to complete our, well, not complete, but to get closer to completing our list of ingredients to solve this quest. We went deep into the mine, whereupon we saw a wagon full of adamantine. Too good to be true? We thought so. We detected a trap. And in fact, as soon as we did, these purple, black-skinned, white-haired people attacked us. They're called Drows, if you'll remember. And it was epic. I mean, a truly epic battle. 2 odd company members literally got clocked out, but ultimately we prevailed. Holy John still, I think, needs reviving at this point, and some bodies need looting deep in these adamantine mines. And that is where we're at, and I believe that brings us up to the present.
All right. So, before anything else happens, one of your number melts into a puddle of fleshy glue before surging upward and taking shape again, limbs, eye color, hair color, until Ren Talshu, the shape-changing warrior, has taken yet another form.
Yeah, I think that I am a combination of two of comic legends, Eric Woodworth and Chris Restivo.
Oh.
And I have this ability to blow vape smoke on you, which makes a loud piercing in your ears for 2 hours. And I'm covered by 5 plates that can only be penetrated by an erect penis. And my name is Garth Vapor.
Garth Vapor. Okay.
That's all I got.
I saw a meme. It was like girls during puberty. Everything sucks. The world is terrible. Boys during puberty. You've gained a new ability. Goop.
All right, so
Garth Vapor. I like
Garth.
Garth Vapor.
Yes.
just to catch you up, there's
Please.
a main villain, a bad guy,
Ah, yes.
and he has this magical relic that creates a force field that gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Vinesh,
and
the Lord of Screams.
yes,
Son
very
of a
charming.
bitch.
And so he's taken more and more territory, and so they're trying to put together a spell that will break the force field so that they can finally fight him and save the kingdom. You've gotten all of the ingredients by now, having defeated the Drow except for one. The leather of a dragon's wing. You are still in the adamantine mine after this hard-fought battle with the Dark Elves.
We've got our adamantine at this point.
Yes, the adamantine, the Dark Elves were using a large stockpile of adamantine as bait. So people would come for the adamantine, they'd drag them to the Underdark, and then they'd spend the rest of their lives in servitude or being sacrificed to Lolth.
Nice.
They're-
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Now,
right?
how much adamantine is here?
That you see right there?
Yeah.
Probably about 200 pounds of adamantine.
Oh, that's a lot of adamantine.
I ain't never seen so much adamantine in one place.
I'm gonna wait. Booty traps.
Wait, now, if we took back a little extra to give to a blacksmith and you made adamantine bullets.
I already got a couple adamantine bullets.
Oh,
I got about I got 10 of them right
10,
now.
Yeah.
Well, then
So,
never mind.
but you could
What
always
about
use more.
adamantine sword?
Yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, I mean, I have a
Yeah,
magic
you could
sword, yeah.
you could certainly do that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's grab a bunch of fucking adamantine.
Okay, yeah. we'll
But
grab-
listen, boys,
Should we check it for?
I got to be honest with you. How are we gonna carry all this 200 pounds of stuff out?
I don't think we can
don't
take
have we don't have
200
Restivo
pounds.
with us anymore. That can just carry things for us.
Well, we could divvy it up. I mean, we
I
could
can
each
put
probably
it,
carry.
guys, I can just put a bunch of it in my bag. I have a bag of holding.
Does that
like
make
this
it
hat.
weightless as well?
It's pocket
Yeah,
dimension,
I mean, I'm
Wow.
holding a bunch of
I
body
thought
parts
this
in here.
purse was useless this whole time.
Hey,
I've been
game,
having sex with that bag.
game master, I would like to take care of one order of business
What's
and
that?
cast my level 5 spell, Breath of Life, on my friend Holy John to bring him back from the other side.
All right.
Holy John, I need you to be very still and make
Oh,
eye
wait.
contact.
My mouth is up here. It's not my mouth, bro.
Oh, he's inflating him. Make sure you tie that in a knot so it doesn't get the air doesn't get out.
Holy John. Okay, we're different people. He's a fictional character.
So did you guys want to spend the night here?
Yeah, let's sleep in the
Yeah,
cave.
let's
All
sleep
right.
in this dark cave.
You were talking about checking the adamantine for traps.
Yeah, might as well
You
grab
just
it.
killed the trap.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Can
we should loot these.
Yeah, let's loot
Yeah,
these.
let's, yeah.
Can we find an adamantine wolf?
Yeah, Teen Wolf. I got
Where's
you.
that at, Ben?
yes.
There we
There we go.
Ah, God, my mom's gonna love that.
Wasn't a sports
go.
reference.
That's for someone. Someone's going to love that. Just not us.
Merle will.
That's who I'm here for. Someone. I'm not here for you guys. That was for Merle's husband.
Yeah.
Try to win him back.
Let's loot the drows.
You find 2 suits of leather armor +1.
Nice.
Okay.
2 two-handed swords +2. And these things are exactly what they sound like. They add more numbers. And 5 vials of some sort of black liquid in a small glass container.
Ooh, heroin. Nice.
I'll hold on to that.
Like a shot glass?
Like if a shot glass had a stopper.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a vial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like boom. That's the
5
sound.
of them?
5 of them.
Oh, there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
I have
Let's
5
party,
plates.
boys.
Say this drow was a diabetic.
Insulin. the insulin of Lilith.
I drink one immediately.
Oh wow,
Wait.
power move.
Okay.
Power move.
No, wait.
This is a bad idea.
That's a horrible idea.
I like it.
Okay. Give.
I drink all 5.
Stop it.
Start with one.
Stop it.
He
Just
injects
drink one.
He injects
And
it
they go
between
down
his
so
toes.
easy after the first one.
Did you really drink all 5? Are we
Just drink the one.
Oh.
No.
Just try one.
Joking game master.
I was going to make you
Okay.
vomit
I
and
was
then
about to
drink it.
say, make a fort save. All right. So.
I cook it over a spoon first.
Yeah.
So.
I summon a ceiling baby.
Garth Vapor.
Yes, that's me.
You will see on your character sheet a symbol that's an eyeball.
Over to the left.
Okay.
What you're going to do is roll a 20-sided die and
Purple
add
one?
that number.
So roll this and then add 10.
3 plus 10, 13.
There you go.
Boom.
Okay.
Lucky.
You needed a base 10.
No.
That was to make sure, because that nothing was sneaking up on you when you're camping. You can spend your extra spells to make sure everyone's healed up. And
Oh wait,
everything.
if we're spending spells before we go, I'm gonna load your ring back up with.
Oh, please, let me get my ring back.
Is someone going to keep watch while the rest of us sleep? Do we
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't
sleep?
sleep. I don't
that's
sleep.
what you were rolling for.
Okay.
To see,
We're going to all get hit points restored now? From a night of
assuming
sleep?
that the,
you know what?
the
This
cleric
time,
has spells.
Hold on. I have 2 level 3 spells left. I would like to cast Speak to Undead on one of the Drow,
Okay.
and I'd also like to cast Blood Biography on that same Drow.
Okay.
And then I'd be like, that's how you died, you dumb bitch. That's you getting killed like a bitch.
So you rose, you pulled up his soul.
Yes, I
as he was
rose.
leaving, and then showed him a video of you killing him.
Yes.
Very 2019.
That's pretty cool.
No, that's what I've got to use the spells, man.
Arcane's gonna walk over to 2 of the Drow, the woman and one of the males. I'd be like, I've never seen a face so dark. I will add them to my collection. And I'll pull out a knife and cut off their faces, scoop out their eyes, and put them on mine. Like, I'm a pretty dark-skinned lady. I can say all sorts of new words.
And then you slay. You slay all day.
Yeah, I would like to cast Human Resources. And also...
You go off, Queen.
Yeah, no, I'd like
right,
to get
so-
a rotten,
Defeated by white privilege.
So
I'd like to get a Rotten Tomatoes review on this.
you see, so the night passes pretty uneventfully. You are.
By the way, I'm casting an
Unlike in
enhanced,
Virginia Beach.
an enhanced make whole on myself.
Okay.
Okay.
You see this traveler approach you. He looks like he's about 16 or so.
Okay.
A 16-year-old boy.
Damn it.
He has a small.
What's the age of consent in this game?
He has a small traveling pack.
Hello, boy. I like your little pack.
Old enough to bleed. Never mind.
And he says, "Hey, are you the Odd Company?"
Sure are.
Oh, okay, whatever. There's
Yes, Queen.
a message.
Oh, wait. He ready?
There's a
Do that thing. The nay-nay.
well, whatever. There's a message for you. Whatever. I was paid to deliver it, so
What is the message, young traveler?
I don't know. I can't read. It's on this thing.
What?
What?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Literacy's not a big thing.
Right.
All
And
right.
so he goes, "All right, my part's done."
Wait,
Hey,
wait,
do-
boy.
Do we
What?
tip him? Or
Wait,
what do we do in this
Let's
situation?
hold on, wait a second. I put my hand over my mouth and I'm like, let's take him and make him check for traps and stuff.
Oh, yeah, let's acquire
He's
this
already
trap.
running.
God damn it.
Well, who gave you the message?
Oh, what's his name? the guy that with the voice, Porphyrion.
Listeners, you'll remember a few episodes ago.
Yes.
Porphyrion is the functionary who oversaw the contract between Lord Daffodil and Vanesh, the Lord of Screams. You'll remember that Lord Daffodil was in the thrall of Lord Vanesh and working to curry favor in some sort of contract where if Daffodil eliminated the Odd Company, Lord Vanesh would cede all of Red Point to him. That was a contract, a legally binding contract between bad guys. That was what do you call it when something is sealed by
Notary?
Notary.
Notarized?
He was a notary. He's a villainous notary.
He was notarized and bona fide.
That's the worst Batman villain.
The notarizer.
Do you have any proof of this documentation, Batman?
I think I've just sealed your fate.
It's a giant seal.
Yes.
You've been stamped.
I see this letter is in triplicate.
Yes.
Okay, a letter
Duly
a letter
noted.
from Porphyrio, huh? Oh, okay. What do you say, Odd Company? Let's read this.
All right.
Man, I
so,
wish I got that kid to read it.
I can't. Sound it out, boy.
Didi Company.
You're nailing it.
So it's written in this eloquent, beautiful handwriting, and it says, "Dear Odd Company, I am afraid that you have done me a disservice. Lord Daffodil was executed this morning for his treason."
What a bitch.
The Odd Company. However, he has not paid me for services rendered, and that debt is outstanding. Since it is your fault that he has ended up in this predicament, my fee falls squarely on your shoulders.
Well, that doesn't sound so outstanding to us.
Well, wait, how much is this fee?
It doesn't even say.
It doesn't say.
Is the boy still there to return a message to Porphyrio on behalf of the Odd Company?
He's walking away. You can
wait,
probably
I quit-
catch him.
Oh, wait.
Young
I have a
boy.
hilarious idea.
I quickly trace my penis on the back of the letter, and I go, "Boy, quick! Boy, come back! I need you to return this to him to let him know about our payment options."
Hey, one of you guys shit in this bag real quick.
No, wait, let's dress him up like a baby and pretend it's a giant bottle that's in the turds. This is a callback to last season.
I almost said that. But not as a callback, just as a real idea.
Stealed my bits.
Well, I want to tip him a gold. I'm like, here, boy. Could you return a message to Lord? What's it?
Porphyrio.
Porphyrion.
Puffy vagina.
Porphyrion.
Perfiderol.
Dear, I'll write it down and I pull out a quill and I dip it in some smudge that I find in the road, some cave smudge.
some
Oh,
of
wait, we got all this blood.
Yes,
We got
blood.
this blood. Yeah, let's write it in blood. That's a
Dear-
gangster.
Use some of that weird black stuff he's got too.
Dear, I'll sign it in poison.
Oh, that's yeah, no, that's baller.
Dear, what's his name?
Porphyrion.
Dear portfolio.
Dear Puffy Lips.
Puff Daddy.
Go fuck thine self. Signed, The Odd Company. And I pull out that dismembered dick and I trace it. Gotta make these lines bold.
Oh, I love your shading.
Here, boy.
For a whole gold? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On the double.
All right, so he takes off. You guys are you're pretty much set.
We're in need of dragon leather at this point. I believe is the final ingredient on our list to be able to cast this spell.
Now,
Is
who
that
still has potions? I mean, who still has cure moderate wounds? Those potions we got.
I think I know you've been spending them.
Yeah, I've used 2. So Bobo's out.
All right. Well, I have plenty of healing spells.
But each of us got 2 potions.
Oh, you did.
I haven't used any.
I still have mine.
Okay.
I did as well. I'll give you mine because I.
Okay, yeah.
spells.
Give me your 2, so I
give
them
you
to
my
Bobo.
spells.
Yeah,
Okay.
The monkey,
My potions.
yeah, the monkey's definitely the best to have.
Okay, so I give him to the monkey on my shoulder. It's like puts it in his vest.
Why don't you just give him my
Scratches
2 as
it
well?
out.
I don't need to hold on
He
to
fingers
these.
his own asshole and then gives him a dirty Sanchez.
Enjoy that going into
I've
your.
never smelled that before.
Taco Tuesday.
That's what you're gonna smell when you're being brought back from 0 hit points.
You're actually picking your nose, right?
I am. I found a scab right on the end of my
Oh,
nose.
that's healthy.
Our
It's just a
YouTube
scab.
viewers, a little bonus for them.
They don't. No one's watching. It was like 13
Hold it right. Hold the
viewers.
booger right up to the
the
camera.
scab fetishists will be there.
Oh, okay, good. You got that?
Sorry, that was weird.
So potions. Bobo has the potions. I say to you, Odd Company, let's inject some of this black venom into ourselves.
No!
Let's
Back to the drugs again. You've been
shouldn't-
doing so good.
We need to go back to town to find where we can find a dragon.
All right, let's do that.
Or if we can find, there's that traveling purveyor of
Yes.
goods.
Yeah.
I partly
Vendor.
put this on you. You know how one of his triggers is seeing faces ripped off and put it on you?
Shouldn't one of us drink this and see what happens?
No, it's obviously poison.
It's clear. Yeah, it's poison. We know what it is.
You know what? We could.
I mean, if you want to vape it,
Yeah.
it turns out it's just bootleg THC vape juice.
Well, the road to and from the adamantine mine is where that dealer in special oddities usually has his roadside stand. Anyway, according to our sources.
Well,
so
maybe let's see
when
if
we
we
head
can
back to
find him.
town, who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah,
We
who
may
knows?
encounter him.
Who knows? Maybe
Or
wink,
her.
wink. Who knows?
All right.
Let's head back to town.
All right. Let's see. To see how and in what, how quickly,
Is there
and
any
how
healing?
efficiently.
We slept.
Okay.
We slept. Yes, you're
Got it.
back to.
Yeah, everyone's.
Let's see how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's see who
Come
rolls.
on, hit
All
Ben.
right.
Hit Ben.
What does it say?
4.
That's me.
All right.
All right, our hot roller.
Give me a survival roll. Actually.
Good, actually.
Oh, he's
Nice
going to
survival.
use Merle's giant dice.
Nice.
That's on the edge.
That's on the 20.
Reroll.
Okay,
That's a reroll.
All right. Okay, so that is gonna be the number 33.
All right.
Oh, that was a good movie with
Shit.
Nick Cage.
All
Good
right.
survival roll.
Since it was so good, you make really good time avoiding some things that I really hoped that you would fall into, but you didn't.
Alcoholism.
There's
We're
some
able-
booze
Been
along
there.
the road.
We're able to talk Wilhelm down 4 more times from trying to inject this into his body.
You're just marching down the trail. You see a pool, and it's like, that's a news.
You guys walk ahead. I'll catch up with you.
Oh, look at that beautiful family of mimics over
Oh,
there.
he's doing a line of ooze. With an old-timey syringe.
It's a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
You see a
That
gnarled,
was good. I liked it.
you
It's
see
a
a
good sandwich.
gnarled old dude
Uh-huh.
with a wagon, like a wagon the kind that needs to be pulled by a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a horse. It's just following him.
Oh, shit.
That's creepy.
And
This ain't him. Clearly, this isn't him.
and he's just hobbling along,
He's got an invisible horse.
going
That was
towards.
my nickname in high school. Invisible horse.
Old invisible horse.
Big Flea, the invisible horse.
Ahoy there, vendor. What are your wares today?
Khajiit?
Purveyor of goods. We may be interested in some of your inventory.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have, if I may ask of you, do you have... I need a bag of ghoul's teeth.
Curiosity.
What? Just
Do
a
you
word?
speak English, sir?
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
He says,
This is Red Point.
Does Marcel look like a bitch?
We speak common tongue here. Speak common tongue or go home.
he says,
Is this because of my black face?
he says, curiosity. Ghoul's teeth?
Yes, there's a spell that I needed for a component.
Ghoul's teeth.
I like to put them in my spray paint cans.
And he goes into
I'm
his
making a grill.
he goes into his wagon and he comes out with his bag and he just starts pulling out the teeth of various things.
Oh, this fella's a regular tooth fairy. I love it.
Good bit.
Ghoul's teeth. He goes, Ghoul's teeth. Trade.
Trade?
We prefer little
That.
ghoul's teeth.
That.
That?
Oh, wait.
And he's pointing to one of your black vials.
Yeah, sure. Hey, you know what? I'll give you a second black vial if you can tell us about this. And he pulls out the display case holding that gauntlet in it.
Ah!
Oh.
What's this?
He goes, And he goes back in the wagon.
I'm sure this will be a very wordy explanation he'll give him.
And he comes back with some sort of symbol that he's holding in his hand, and it starts glowing white. And the gauntlet says, "No, no, no!" And it starts trembling, and then
The gauntlet is speaking?
yes, and then it stops, and then he says, "Temporary."
Okay.
Do we have one of those fucking rock things, right?
It looks
Toss,
Toss.
toss.
Maybe
Yeah,
later.
put it back in the bag.
Maybe
Put it back in the bag.
I got some plans. Do you wouldn't happen to have any black onyx gems, do you?
And he goes in. And
he
he's
pulls
like,
out the '90s rap album.
Yeah,
by
that's right.
Onyx.
If you're listening to this,
All their songs are gems.
he pulls out about, let's say, 60 gold worth.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll take. Oh, good. I'll take. Here's 60 gold.
Oh, all right. And he hands you those onyx gems. He does have those.
Nice. How many?
And ghoul,
so
you got
60
onyx
gold
gems and ghoul teeth.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at you.
Hoarder.
I need spell components.
He says,
Sorry,
"You see?
I beefed.
You see?
He's making the motion of a bird, a giant butterfly.
A dragon. It's a dragon. It's a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it.
You
Yes,
see?
3 words? No. Do we see a we're looking for a dragon.
He's chasing one.
I am always chasing a dragon. Do you know where we can find a dragon? We could make it worth your while.
The sky.
Can we summon the dragon?
Close.
Close in the sky, huh?
Close.
How do you fucking make a living selling things? Can't speak.
Hope you're not on commission.
Close, dragon close.
Red Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know Red Point.
Yeah. It's close.
Dragon.
Go to Red Point.
No, Red Point was.
There's a dragon
where a
in
dragon fell.
No,
Wait.
no, not past.
Wait, I've got
now.
There's a dragon in Red Point.
now?
Yes.
Oh!
That's
All right, see you
convenient
later,
as
dude.
fuck.
It's been fun. We got to get to Red Point.
Lord Daffodil's down a well.
we get back, it's just a drag queen.
Just slay, queen.
How convenient for us. That
Quick,
there's a
rip off
dragon
her
in
leather
Red
wings.
Okay, I guess we're going back to Red
Do we
Point.
need to? Okay, so as we approach Red Point, I say to you, Odd Company, is there anything we should do to prepare, like buff ourselves for what could potentially be an encounter with a giant dragon? Judgments, Holy John.
I'll also do my
perhaps, or-
judgments when we get into battle.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
do that. You know
So
what, though?
are you heading toward Red Point, yeah?
Yeah.
We do have all that poison, though. We could poison.
You hear the merchant say, "Go carefully and trust no one."
Hey,
that's the
real
most you've
quick.
said all day.
Yeah, that's very odd that was the word,
Yeah.
the phrase that you know very well.
You're like Donnie Singstack when he does
Hey,
an
no-
impression. He speaks clearly.
The scat man never stutters when he sings.
Local stuttering comic.
Yes. Kill Dylan Meyer. Sorry.
Speaking of Dylan Meyer, do you have any corpses in your caravan?
He does not.
Okay.
You guys feel like doing some
How-
night digging?
How do you move your cart without a horse?
It does.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, man.
That's not creepy as fuck, right?
I've been trying to not use my legs. Can I just do that to my body and float around?
It's a scooter. You want a scooter?
Do you have any hover rounds? I just want to shoot guns and have a motorized chair. If that's possible.
Most violent person at Walmart.
We should get you a rascal.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a cool accoutrement for you.
I need a scooter.
Felled again by a slight incline.
Oh no, this villain has stairs.
To Red Point, Odd Company. Let's proceed carefully and trust no one.
All right. It's about a day's journey toward Red Point. You get there.
I'm keeping my eyes out for corpses along the side of the road.
We could have killed that old guy.
Oh, you want to reanimate a corpse now with all of your
All right,
spell elements.
this is my plan. I
Yeah.
want to reanimate a corpse.
Yeah.
Put this gauntlet on it and see what happens.
That seems like a very wise decision. Since
I can't see that blowing up in anyone's
Do we
face.
on the road? Are there other passersby?
Damn,
people
that's
that were
kind of clever.
people that were like just pedestrians and
You know
stuff.
who is dead?
We could just
Lord Daffodil.
we could just pick one random pedestrian and thrill kill them so that you can have a corpse to reanimate.
Yes.
Well, all right.
We're all neutral or good characters.
Can we just can we at
for
least ask
yourself.
them if they're evil?
Let's just shoot them up with this black ink.
Do we need dragon bait?
Yeah.
That's actually not the worst idea.
Are there any openly?
I know what I'll do. I'll just dress up like a sexy dragon to reel him in, boys. I'll sit at the bar.
Dragon.
Ooh, hello there, sir.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Who's that tiny female dragon?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you come around here a lot? I'm waiting for my boyfriend.
I dropped my villager.
Of all the gin joints and whatever made-up place we're going to.
When he's like, when it falls for it and it goes in to have sex with him, he's like, now our company, now. Like, hold off, boys. Hold on. Let's at least get him balls deep.
You said you give me back my guns right now. No.
Then we have to fight a dragon with Big Sleeve stuck on its dick.
This is how I imagine I go out, just like this.
He died doing what he loved.
All right. So you get about 2/3 of the way, and there's this man. He's dressed in a black robe, and he has two bodyguards with him, and he has like these circular spectacles,
A nerd.
and a pointy hat.
Let's get him, guys.
And he
Let's just beat him up.
and he's like, "Are you?" He sees you, and he goes, and he stomps over to you. He's like, "Are you the Odd Company?"
What's it to you, you fucking nerd?
Yeah.
Are you pussy
Who's
lips?
asking?
I mean, potato.
My name is Porphyrion.
Oh, Porphyrion.
Oh.
Hey,
And
Porphyrion.
You have a debt that you owe me.
Yeah.
Listen, Gilbert Gottfried.
Roll initiative.
Well, let's just add. How much money do you want?
No.
I just want to know.
Let's roll initiative. Look, boy, I need a fucking corpse.
Okay. All right.
He's like,
I bet he's
wait,
gonna have some secret where he's got a bunch of like magic goons
wait,
or something.
Wait, what is that?
What? These fake titties I
That.
put on myself?
Don't turn around all at once.
I'm gonna not look back.
One of us
because
turn around.
This is every time when the dragon
That-
shows up is when we look behind slowly. So
That
if we
suit of armor.
Oh, me?
oh yeah.
I will cancel your debt. And he comes up to you and he's like doing this. He's like,
He's all puffed out.
Listeners, Dorian is acting like a flexing dude at a gym right now.
and he's
Very
like
impressive.
comparing
Yeah.
size. He says, "You strip out of that armor."
Oh, this is gonna be awkward.
Oh my god! And I'll start taking off my earring. This motherfucker. Oh,
no, he
shit!
did
I'll
it.
put my hair back in a ponytail.
He says, "This is my final offer. You
All right.
want to listen to this? I want that fucking suit of armor."
All right, you know what, guys? He strikes a good bargain. You know what? Deal. Let's shake on it.
Excellent.
Shocking grasp.
Roll a d20
5
plus spellcaster level
is 10.
10, which is
Oh, and it's an evocation, so I get plus 1 on that.
16. That's mad.
all right. So you shock him, and a surge of lightning goes up his body and courses through him. And he goes, I was kind of hoping that you would put up a fight because I'd heard so much about you guys. But I said, I want that armor for my collection. And I want it. And he starts to grow, and his skin turns black.
Oh.
And 2 giant wings and a tail erupt from him.
You've been canceled.
His face elongates
Is he a
into
black dragon?
and you see an adult black dragon.
God damn it.
He says, I'll get much more money after I kill the Odd Company.
Listeners, believe it or not, the Odd Company has come face to face with what might be its greatest foe to debt. To date, a giant black dragon. Who would have guessed Porphyrion would transmogrify into such a monstrosity? Stay tuned for the exciting climactic battle between the Odd Company and this beast on the next exciting episode of Left Finder!
All right, guys, today is October 1st.
Look at that.
I'm pretty sure that's today. We got that, October 1st. All right, so this week, tomorrow, you can catch me at the Beer Baron.
Ooh.
I'm doing a show there. I don't really remember much details about that. I just have Beer Baron. So I'm at the Beer Baron tomorrow, the 2nd, and then on Thursday, the 10th, we have our murder mystery, Halloween Whodunit, at the Crofton. Is it the Crofton Comedy? Crofton.
That's the 18th Crofton Country Club.
What do we
October 18th. October 12th, the Bright Box in Winchester.
I really should have updated
Are we
that.
still doing Gainesville on the 19th?
October 19th, Gainesville. October 27th, Magooby's Joke House.
Ooh.
And then Halloween night, DC Improv.
Oh, man. So make sure you go and check out DieLaughingProductions.com to see the schedule of events. Eric, what do you got coming up?
DLP, I'm on all those shows he just said.
Yep.
Plus,
well, not Halloween.
Also,
You're being
except
a
for
good
the
parent.
Halloween, because that's it's the most important holiday to me and my children. But yeah, on the 3rd, so if you're listening to this the day it comes out, you can check me out at Glen Burnie at the La Fontaine Bleue. I'm opening for the one, the only Mr. Mickey Coachella.
Nice.
At La
Nice
Fontaine
time.
Bleu. So come
Legend.
check me out there. EricComedy.com for all the bullshit. You can check out the dates and links to the Quality Time podcast, our sister show that you guys,
Oh, I'm hosting Chili Brew, which is a craft beer / chili competition in Baltimore.
I think
Imagine
you have
the
any
porta
left.
potties at that event.
Yeah, there's no bathroom. Brian, you got anything?
On the 11th, I'm at some fucking hostel in Baltimore.
Oh, the hostel.
Yeah, at the hostel.
Okay, he's moving in.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I am going to be cutting up European tourists, like the movie Hostel.
Nice.
And as always, you can check out Driven to Succeed board in the USA. And meanwhile, the Skullbase season 4. I don't fucking know when it's coming, but it's coming.
Nice. And Aaron, what do you got?
Listeners, I do another podcast from time to time called Out of the Blocks.
No one's heard of it.
I'm
No, never
a
mind.
blockhead.
I love it.
I'm a blockhead.
Yeah, so we just, let's see. When you're listening to this, we'll have just returned from Juneau, Alaska.
Oh, man.
To do a far-flung wilderness episode of Out of the Blocks. Who knows?
Is
Maybe
it out of the ice blocks? Is that
out of the
that-
ice blocks? Yeah, very good, very good. And
That's so racist. You're gonna get there and be like, I thought you lived in igloos, you Eskimos.
Whoa, you can't call them that.
Pardon me, Nanook.
you want to come with us as our cultural ambassador?
You'll miss the super cold. You'll be ahead of it. a little bit.
Yeah. It's it will be, I think, a bit colder than Baltimore in mid-September, but yeah.
I've been there in the summertime and to Juneau, Alaska. It's fucking awesome. Yeah,
I can't wait.
It's
Yep.
24 hours of sunlight.
It's
in
pretty
the,
cool.
in the,
Yeah.
It's pretty badass. It's actually hard to go to sleep
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's nuts.
We'll be there in the fall, so it'll be like normal day and night.
And there was lots
It'll
of
be
people
cold.
smoking weed everywhere. That's all I
Oh, is that what
nice.
it's all about up there?
And
Like,
gold rushing.
I would just go to like family places, and you could just see people with like pot leaves in their windows and shit like that. And now that
Is
it's
it easy to
legal,
get
it's not-
heroin up there?
Yeah. I asked.
It's right in the ground.
Yeah, it's just they have it at the local highs.
They actually give it to you when you become a citizen.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's recreational there. It's
Yeah.
mandatory. Rob, what do you got?
Check me out on 98 Rock on October 3rd and 4th, sitting in for Marianne with Kirk McEwen, 3 to 8.
That is Eastern Standard Time,
Eastern,
98rock.com.
there you go.
Or the 98 Online app.
You got it. And then robmaher.com for all the other goodies.
Dorian, what do you got?
This is for when does this come out?
The
1st of October.
The 1st of October. So once again, Benson Ball, which is the 24th, and on Halloween I'll be at Beer Baron Tavern for a Halloween stand-up comedy show.
Nice.
And guys, it's still iffy, but sometime this month I may be working with Brian Posehn here at Magoobies, and if that happens, I am going to try to get him to do another episode of Laugh Finder.
He had a pretty good time.
Yeah.
He did.
That one last
He did.
time
I'm
he taped
hoping
with
he's
us.
not like, no, I'm not into that.
Yeah, he's like, hey, where's your friend Jim?
Yeah.
We have to tell him Jim died.
He
It's
let
real
me
sad.
fuck his wife.
He just cried in the corner.
Classic Jim.
Jesus.
I have to come in and just pretend I'm Jim.
Yeah,
The whole time.
no.
I got hey, what's going on, Brian?
Ben, you got anything? Oh, God. Fuck.
There's his mic stand
Jesus
squiggling around.
You can tune into 98 Rock's Ravens pregame show. I'm
Oh, you're
working
doing
on that.
those?
I am.
Yeah, cool.
It's very exciting.
God fucking shit, Ben. Oh, God. You're not
I
here.
almost got it.
I will bring you another mic stand.
Ew, stop
Please stop. All right, guys. Well, thanks for Sean. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you
Next week.